go get a baozi, which is like this Chinese steamed bun situation that's got like meat and vegetables in the middle, and it's just, oh my gosh. Hi guys, welcome back to another one of my YouTube channels. Today I'm just going to be talking about some things I really miss about living in China, or just living in Asia in general. Okay, the first thing that I always miss when I'm about, oh, okay, blah, 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 English, okay, sorry. One thing I really miss about living in Asia is just like everybody just kind of minding their own business. So like, you know, here, it's not that it's bad, I don't mind it, but you know, in America, everybody kind of goes around like saying, oh hey, how's it going today? Oh, how are you doing today? Or oh, hope you have a great day, you know, this and that. And I don't know if it was just because I was a foreigner or foreigner? That's English, right? Yeah, foreigner. Anyway, I don't know if it's just because I was a foreigner and whatnot, but in Asia, you just like do your business, okay? You show up, you get your stuff, and you go. And it's not like it's not like an unfriendly environment. It's just like you don't have to like commit to some like awkward small talk conversation. You can just go order your coffee, pick up your coffee, and go. Or you can just, you know, pass by strangers on the street without doing that awkward like, you know, like, hi, you know, you can just live your life. You can go in the subway and just, you know, you're all crammed together and there's no, oh, sorry, excuse me. You're all just like sardines, just like going through the subway station trying to get to where you gotta go. And like, it's not rude, you know, it's not like, you know, if somebody like bumps into you, then they'll be like, oh, sorry, or like, dobuchi or whatever, something like that. But if they're just, well, you know, in China, in like Korea, I think they'd say like, is it 죄송합니다? Or I think it's 죄송합니다, like I'm like sorry, excuse me, or something like that. Anyway, which is nice. You can just like go about your business without people like interfering. Something else that I really miss about Asia, like living in Asia, is the food. It's everywhere. Food is everywhere, and it's cheap, and it's quick, and it's good, and most of the time it's pretty good for you, so you don't feel like crap. Except for in China, there's like a ton of oil, and then in Korea, there's a ton of like fried food, which is really good. But it's there if you want it, whereas here it's like just not that available. But okay, obviously when I'm talking about Asia, I've only been to China and Korea, so that's like all I can really talk about. But I really miss the food. Oh my gosh, like my favorite thing to do was like go on a walk at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night and go get a baozi, which is like this Chinese steamed bun situation that's got like meat and vegetables in the middle, and it's just, oh my gosh. A baozi at 9:30 at night on like a cool summer evening is just the greatest thing ever. I really love food, so check out my ham eats if you want to see, you know, all the food I ate while I was in Asia and stuff. I ate some weird stuff. And yeah, so I really miss the food in Asia and the convenience of the food. Okay, that's another thing. The next thing I really missed about living in Asia, or I really miss about living in Asia, I'm sorry, it's like almost midnight and I have to be up in like 6 hours and I'm in my pajamas. Actually, this is my mom's sweater. I just kind of like borrowed it from her, so that's where I'm at. Anyway, the other thing I miss about living in Asia is the convenience stores, which were very convenient, perfectly fitting at every corner, if not like 4 of them. There they are. Like, obviously I'm talking about living like in cities, because when I lived in China, I lived in Shenzhen, China, and then when I visited Korea, I went to Seoul, Korea. So, you know, that's like this most, I mean, I also went to Beijing, and I went to Hangzhou and Guangzhou and Hong Kong. So like those areas, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, it was so great. They have all the fun things, all the snacks, all the drinks. I miss the milk tea. Oh my gosh, I miss milk tea. That's a whole nother thing. Just like, it's simple. It's just tea and milk. But there were so many different varieties you could have.
Jasmine milk tea, black milk tea, green milk tea, red milk tea, oolong milk tea, white milk tea.
It was just all the milk teas in the world, and I loved them, and they were great. And I deeply miss them with my whole heart. Which brings me to another thing. Fruit tea. Yes, fruit tea in China is the best tea. Hands down. You can argue with me about it and I will win because it's the best. It's literally just whatever kind of tea you want and fruit. And it's like magical, and it's like this big, okay? And you just drink your fruit tea, then you can eat your fruit. It comes with a cute little fork, and oh my gosh, it was the best. That and a baozi, and my night was complete because, you know, I was an au pair when I was there, so like I'd be done with like my au pair duties around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then either I'd go out by myself or I'd meet up with a friend and we'd go get like baozis and fruit tea, and definitely think I gained like 15 pounds. Anyway, don't worry about it. Back to normal now, but hey, it's a good time. I'm telling you, the food in Asia is great. If you ever just want to eat and eat, go to Asia. They will feed you. They will always feed you. Another thing I really miss about Asia is the public transportation. Oh my gosh, it was so nice. And I don't know if it's just because I come from like a small town where there's literally one bus for like, oh, I don't know, all of my county, and it's like terrible and you have to drive everywhere, and like I don't not like driving. Like I don't mind it. If I need to go for a drive, it's cool, whatever, I can go for a drive. But like driving a half hour every day to get to school or to get to work or to go visit a friend because everybody lives all over the place is not my thing. And it was so nice to just jump on the subway station, which is like 2 minutes walking distance from where I lived, and like go across the city for like a tenth of the price it would cost me in gas in America to go wherever I wanted. I mean, like, of course, like, if you're going across the city, you're gonna be, like, sitting there for 30-40 minutes. But, I mean, I'm gonna be driving 30-40 minutes anyway. And, like, it was so nice. Or, like, the buses, you just take your card that works for the metro and for the bus, and you just go wherever. Same with Korea, you just take this card, and, oh, it was so nice because you don't have to bother anyone. You don't have to worry about paying gas and getting gas. You just hop on it and go, and then you're wherever you want to go. And it's kind of like this nice peaceful thing. You're just like surrounded by strangers who are also just doing the same thing, and I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to go back and do that again. It'll be so nice. But yeah, so public transportation was a great thing. Also, I miss cute things being everywhere all the time because I love cute things, you know? Like this guy, they just, every little store or shop just has these. You can just, not these particularly, but cute things. You can just go and get cute things. Or like phone cases, super cheap, super cute. Or like clothes, so many cute clothes. It's just like they embrace the cute things, and I love cute things. I mean, if you looked around my room, you would see like maybe embarrassing amount of cute things, but you know, I don't really care because they're cute and I love them and they make me happy. So yeah, like, sorry, my mind's just like a jumbled mess. There's so much I miss about Asia, like just the people, the culture. Okay, something that like is only because I'm a foreigner that I do have to admit that I miss is free things. Or like getting into places I don't necessarily need to be getting into, but because I'm a foreigner, for some reason, at least in China. In Korea I didn't experience this, but I was also only in Korea for a week, but I lived in China, so I definitely got to like see a lot of what was going on over there. And not so much in Hong Kong, but in China, just being a foreigner gets you into places, gets you free drinks, gets you free food sometimes, or discounts, but you gotta be careful because then there's these people who want to scam you because they think you're a dumb foreigner who doesn't know how cheap things are. And that is true. I've seen lots of foreigners like go to China and go, oh, in my country this is like $20. What a great deal for an entire meal and a drink and a dessert. But if you've been living there long enough, you know that if you're just going to like a mom and pop shop, you are not needing to pay more than like 3 to 4 American US dollars for your whole meal, okay? So like max, okay? Or like taxi drivers, they are the worst if they think you're a foreigner, okay? There was this time I went to go pick up my friend's brother from Hong Kong, because where I was living, Shenzhen's very close to Hong Kong. He flew into Hong Kong to come visit her, and with her visa she couldn't go, blah blah blah. So I went to Hong Kong and I picked him up, blah blah blah. I might have talked about that, I don't know. But we're like we're going back through customs into China, and then on the other side there's like, you know, there's lots of taxis waiting to pick people up. So this lady comes up to me and she's like, okay, she's like this. She's like, oh, hi, do you need, like in Chinese, okay, so this whole conversation's in Chinese. And she's like, hey, do you want to like get my taxi? It's like only 100 RMB, which is like very roughly about 20 US dollars. When she didn't even ask where I was going, she's just like, it would be 100 RMB. And I was like, well, I'm going to Futian, which is like not even 5 minutes away, but like because of where like the thing is, we couldn't like walk, like 5 minutes driving, but like obviously if we could have just walked we would have. But for one thing, it was really late at night and we had all of our stuff. Not that it's not safe, like it totally would have been safe to do that, but it was just more inconvenient to like carry all his like baggage and stuff. And then also because like the way that you need to go, there's like all these overpasses, and then I don't know, it was a mess. So I was like, you know, let's just take a taxi. Anyway, then she was like, oh, okay, yeah, only 100 RMB, it's good deal, and like Chinese. And I'm like, mail, buyao, like, no, not, we don't want that, it's not good. And she was like, no, it's good price. And I'm like, no, it's not. And she was, okay, so at this point we're just like walking along this like long corridor to get to where the other taxis are, because she wasn't like a taxi, she was just like a get in my car and I'll drive you kind of taxi, which is sketch, but it's a thing. So I was trying to find like the official taxis that have like the meter and like the thing, and she would just not leave me alone. She's following me around up the stairs and she's like talking to me like, come on, it's good deal for the foreigner. And I'm like, lady, like, woman bu yao, like, it's not good, like, ni bu hao, like, stop, like. And she just was relentless. So she just followed us around and we're like going up the stairs and everything. And my poor friend's brother, who's like never been to Asia and isn't used to China's, like, you know, in China it's super normal to like haggle for things and whatever. So she's over here like saying like, okay, 40 RMB, super cheap. And I'm like, I know. I'm like telling her like, Wichita, ni, like, I know your service is only gonna be like worth maybe 10 RMB, okay? And she's like, no, it's good price. And then finally I just like stopped talking. I'm just like, okay, you know what, I know what we need, we don't want this taxi, like. Okay, anyway, so it's a funny story because like I'm just this little like white girl who's like telling her in Chinese like no, and then like this tall like South African guy's next to me, super confused, like welcome to China, gets haggled. But thankfully I like knew enough Chinese, but that was a thing. So yeah, if you go to China, Bosco, what are you doing? Sorry, my dog's here. If you go to China, like, be careful for people that want to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. This video was like super random, but I just kind of felt like filming a video right now, so I hope you like it. That's just some of the things that when I think about China I like really miss. Yeah. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog like yawning in the back. He's old and tired, so